We're working now since 2017 with Hourglass, and for me it's always a pleasure to come to see the people who support us, who understand, who transmit our passion, and it's always a pleasure to seeing back the collectors. It's always a pleasure to seeing this knowledge that people had here about watchmaking, and it's always a pleasure to come back here. I didn't really believe anymore at some moment if still some people existing who really appreciate watchmaking and can understand. So one of my first watches, first sales that we did for the RRCC, one was in Australia, true, and this was one of the some air, that because you're seeing some people that appreciate, and today it's incredible because yesterday we had this dinner and I can realize again and more that the knowledge it's incredible. It's really, really incredible, and the passion they had for independent, it became even bigger. So I can see a big evolution on that. So some years ago we didn't had, or maybe we didn't meet all these people, but today they are here, and really it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. I remember when I was in Patek, was 16, 17, I had this watch in my hand, and I remember this moment because I had a special emotion, and since this day I say, I want one day to have a watch, I want to create something, and since this moment I take every decision to be able to have more tools, to be more ready for launching something. When I'm thinking back now, I really enjoy this moment because it was a moment that you really appreciate every small thing, every small evolution you really appreciate, You learn and you've been through some of the important things, and when you had some slap, the learning it's more important. And honestly, it was a good moment. Now when I think it was a really good moment, and I'm really happy to leave all these difficulties. Because today, I feel more comfortable, I enjoy differently. And I can tell that I feel that I'm lucky, so I just take this luck and I don't want to leave anymore, I just take it with me. First time was hard. Was quite hard because I feel that I have really to not to convince him, because at the end when he joined Acrivia, we spoke, and very quickly he accepted. Really after 3 hours talking, he accepted, and we shake the hand and he started. But after when he started, I see that he really need to show him what I'm able to do, to show him all my process. And this took us some time to adjust each other, because he's very strict, he has his own way of doing, and is maybe less open than me, But it's nice. It's really nice because I realize that he has his own ideas and he wants to stick to his idea, and I also really appreciate. So I make an effort. And it's normal because I think I'm more young and I have to learn with him. So it was normal. But I have to say that I seeing him evolving also, like in our side, because it's more open, so he share information more easily, and it gave me a big motivation also, to say frankly, because when you're seeing somebody that is 80 and is coming, you can really see the passion. And again, I feel even more lucky because today, I wake up, I come in my workshop, and I can do really what I want and what I like. So this is something very, 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 very important. So I have to say that I particularly appreciate this moment, particularly when I see him, in the morning, coming, with this motivation. This is something give me a lot of emotion, to say frankly. So I truly enjoy. I truly enjoy, and I'm lucky because, you know, again, when you think, and this make me changing a lot of thing in my how I see it, really, the watchmaking or the transmission. Because, you know, some years ago I was thinking to be alone. I just wanted to do my watch and that's it. And I realized after, you know, you had many other things to do, so you have to take some people who can help you, you know. And like this, you have more time to your bench because this is what you want to do. And I realized one thing: if Mr. Hagman didn't come to us, I don't know how he will transmit, or he will transmit, if he will transmit to somebody. So I feel lucky, and at the same time I say that you can't really take all this just for you, so you have really to share. So in life, like a human, you're making baby, you educate, you transmit most of things possible. So I think we have, or we are done really for transmit, you know, for sharing. And this make me think differently. So today I like also to find people, you know, to share this passion, and we have to. So I became less selfish, I would say. You know, I'm trying to share. You know, it's my first time that we put central second. We're using different steel, and we're using the anchor in gold also. And part of that, we put all this movement on Faraday cage. You know, we are with our phone, we have all around, with more and more things that we even not pay attention. So we need this, and I think one of the biggest problem is really the magnetism today. I don't want to having a bag that you don't see your movement, you know. So we have to think about something that you can close and open and you can appreciate. So in this case, you have the possibility to open the case to see it. You have still the sapphire, like you don't have any problem with the movement, or waterproof, or, you know. But you can also close like this. You are safe, you know. This is also quite particular. The feeling that you have when you close, it's quite interesting. You know, you feel this tick, make you, you know, you appreciate this moment. You really appreciate this moment. You know, you feel like you close. You have a different design, I think, of the dial. We work also a little more with the hands for two things. One, it's to having a little more depth, but also to having something that you can play with the glass, so you can go a little more down, you know, like this. You lose this thickness, you know, because on this case, for example, you have the step case, but you have a back, and you have again another case back, so you lose some of the space. So you're trying to find something that is most thinner possible. When you pull the crown, you know, you have this hammer going, so you have a reset second, okay, but you don't have the balance wheel is not stopping. Why? Because we wanted really to keep running like this. When you push the crown, it's directly engaged with the second. So because normally we used to stop the balance wheel, but depend the place is the balance wheel, you don't have sometimes the same inertia, you know, for restarting. So we don't want to lose that. So we realize that we prefer not stopping the movement. So we leave the movement running, and when we pull the crown, it just open, so it's directly engaged. For me, you know, the small details are very, very, very important, you know. For me now, for example, the reset second, it's something, it's very important. So I can't do any more a watch without reset second, you know. So because it makes sense, you know. And the problem is when you realize that something makes sense, you want just to do better and to try more exploring, and you know. He don't like. He really don't like to doing. But You know, now with the years, we not say that I know him a little more, so I bring him the project a little more differently. So, on this case was important because it's for good cause. So I tell him, you know, we have to do this. It's for good cause, and okay, you know, I coming with some good word, and he accepted. And he was he really appreciated with this case with the steps, you know, Basel steps. It was really nice. It was really nice. He really enjoyed, so was quite proud. I like my bench and I like my own world. So if everything can turn around my bench, I'm feeling very happy, you know. So without that, honestly, I can come at home very frustrated. So, you know, I really need to do something that you achieve something during the day, you know. I'm talking about doing something, you know, see something, some evolution, you know. So I would say it's a very boring life, bench and happy.